What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, in the world of indie games, we got a very rare special treat. So one of the original old gods of the indie world from when I first started out on this platform, Curious Expedition. They've gone ahead and they've released their sequel in early access, so that's pretty cool and pretty fun. This game made a major splash, at least the prequel to this one did back when it first came out. It was really sort of interesting mix-up of sort of a management game, an exploration game, a science game. The only real flaw with the first game that I never really was able to get my head around was the dice rolling combat system. But aside from that, pretty solid game. So today we're going to dive on in. We're going to take a look at the second game. We're going to see if it's something that you wanted to add to your wish list or if it's something that you wanted to ultimately pass on. Let's begin, shall we? The morally certain are fools, but we must act like fools at times if great things are to be accomplished. Okay. I think I get your meaning. I was returning from a routine expedition to Peru when he spotted a great storm brewing on the horizon. The crew prepared to divert around it, but I glimpsed something inside. Land. An island in the middle of the Atlantic where none should be. Over the protests of the captain, I have given the orders to head to the island. Trembling but compliant, the crew steered us into the heart of the storm. The tempest raged with an unnatural fury. A strange fog enveloped us and lightning crackled all around. The vessel was almost torn asunder by the crashing waves. Yet just when death seemed certain, we emerged from the maelstrom into an almost perfect calm. Directly ahead lay a lush tropical island. The storm safely behind us, we prepared to lay anchor and see what wonders this new land held. Huh, interesting. So I wonder why there's giant, like, Joker smoke clouds behind us. I know this route well. This island wasn't here. Oh, I thought you meant you knew the route well, like from where we arrived. So there's tile costs here. It looks like we have some kind of central repository or some kind of central resource that we're using for movement. It wants me to go ahead and explore. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and stick to basically areas that are not going to slow down my travel. I'm not super interested. Oh, it's sanity. That's right. I vaguely remember that from the first game. You had to, like, drink liquor or something like that to make your sanity come back. You pay a base cost every time you move. Making fewer moves is more efficient. Yeah, so you kind of want to commit to long distances, as I recall, rather than moving slowly. Dude, I thought I heard my own voice echoing in my ear, but it was some kind of weird frog voice. That doesn't speak very well of my vocal timbre, I'll be honest with you. That doesn't speak well. It makes me worried. I do like the way the fog of war clears. It looks kind of cool. Can you really call it fog of war in a game where we haven't done any combat? Like, I suppose you would call it fog of peace, possibly. Or at least fog of meandering. I don't know, fog of ignorance? There we go. That goes along with the scientific theme. There's an unknown location found. All right, well, let's move within 2 tiles of it and find out what it might be. Maybe it'll be full of treasures that we can loot and take back to our city. We can move next to a shipwreck. Okay, so there's probably going to be some goodies in here. How the devil did that get there? Yeah, let's explore it. I came across an astounding discovery. The wreck of what looked like an old British naval ship. I couldn't help but wonder how it had come to rest here. With every step we took on this strange island, we seemed to encounter another mystery. Carefully testing the rotten planks before entering, we made a thorough inspection of the ship, and after a time we found several items of value. We got ourselves a first aid kit, and we got ourselves some chocolate, which is actually really, really good because that allows us to get our sanity back. I remember that item being really, really useful. And so I'm pretty sure if you do you double click on it? How do you use it? You right click it? Oh, it wants me to use the dynamite, and apparently we can dynamite an entire mountain. That's a hell of a stick of dynamite. It'll blow up an entire mountain. Very nice. That mountain didn't need to be there anyways, undisturbed by the passage of time where it stood since the dawn of all creation. Nay, we as mankind know better. It doesn't need to be there. Blow a hole in it. Oh, there's natives. A small group of indigenous people hurried to our location, seemingly drawn by the sound of our dynamite. They seemed shocked to see us as I was to see them. Once the initial wonder wore off, they demanded to know who we were and how we got there. Yeah, let's go ahead and... I've got explosive magic powers. This has never backfired on any explorer in the history of the world. Drawing myself to my full height, I proclaimed that I was a shaman of great power. Gesturing to the ruined mountain behind us, I gave evidence of my power. Suitably impressed, they treated us with a newfound respect. We had made no friends here, but fear is often more useful than love in hostile lands. There you go. Hoping to appease us, they gave us detailed instructions to their village where I might find rest and food. Then, making obvious excuses, they went on their way. They're like, listen, great blower-upper of mountains. Gotta head on back to town. All right. Got a thing I've got to take care of with my mother-in-law. You know, can't get out of it. You know how these things are. Just, run it by us if you gotta blow up any more mountains, okay? Alright, so I figure we'll come back around this way and wander through some trees. I probably could have blown up another mountain over here, but I really do feel like it's probably wisest not to be blowing up mountains. Like, I'm a geologist, I'm a naturalist. I enjoy, the undisturbed nature. There's nothing quite like being on top of a mountain, a good 200, 300 miles from the nearest village, and just looking out over just untouched nothingness and having the wind, blow across your face and realizing, just how isolated and alone. That's an incredible feeling right there. It's kind of transcendent. Everybody should have that experience at one point or another. If you never had that, go out into nature. A long ways away, all right? Get out there. Take a little drive to parts unknown. We approached with caution, and they welcomed us with open arms. It seemed word of our arrival had already reached the village. We come as friends. Interestingly, they didn't seem as shocked by our strange appearance as I would have expected. One would almost suspect that we were not their first foreign villagers. Okay. So we lose standing if we stay there, but what is it? It's locked. Oh, we can only trade with them. A woman from the village unrolled a mat revealing the village's trade goods. So they've got an elephant tusk. That'll give us a little bit of prestige. They have a native trinket. A preciously crafted trinket with golden elements that makes a great present. Will improve the loyalty of a person if gifted. Oh, interesting. And then we have red berries. They're sour, nutritious, and energizing. Yeah, in general, I would stay away from any red berries you find out in nature. Red is usually in nature a sign that something is poisonous. Occasionally, you may luck out and get something that's edible. But, if you don't know, I would only do it because the natives said that I could. But, if we have, an elephant tusk, what's that going to cost? You want some dynamite? Yeah, people love dynamites. I suppose, do they want, medkit? I don't know what the best things to give these guys are. We can use a shovel to dig stuff up. I don't know what the best exchange is going to be. Oh, they just want me to get 3 standing. Alright, well, there you go. Actually, can I give them a shovel instead? I don't think the shovels are quite as useful, but there you go. We got 3 standing. I came to an agreement with the natives. Alright, we can meet with their ruler, which is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and do that. I strode into the hut where the ruling council held their hearings. An elder stepped forward and greeted us with a small smile. We were allowed 1 request. Oh, we can recruit. Nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a local to guide us around. I asked if it was possible to gather any who are inclined to join our trek. We can get a native scout, or we can get Kekusalaj, the native scout, or we can get Poho Goko, the native shaman. I don't honestly know. I'm going to take the scout. He gives us 10% view distance. We don't have a scout right now. If I don't know the lay of the land, I'm only interested in learning the lay of the land as fast as possible. All other tasks are kind of secondary. You have, that hierarchy of needs, and if I'm in a new location, I got to, scout out a little bit. I'm going to take the scout. We can get wizard magic later. My request granted, I bowed to the council and left them to their business. Okay, sounds good. I emerged from the hut, blinking rapidly as my eyes adjusted to the light outside. I told the team to unpack our things and prepare for the night. That evening, the villagers were planning a ritual dance that seemed to serve as an appeasement of the gods. They called these deities the Palikao, a strange word sounding foreign to their tongues. Apparently, these gods were builders of great magical artifacts. I was invited to join their dance to honor the great builders. I considered carefully. Refusing might offend them, but a false step would be an even greater insult. We got, we've got a 1 in 3 chance on 3 dice out of 4 in order to get that done. So that's like what? Like, I can't remember how to do the combination of the permutation. It's been a long time since my number theory class. But I think it's like, 1/3 times 1/3 times 1/3. But there's some modifier, because it's like dice that they're 3-sided dice, right? And we have actually, never mind. They're 6-sided dice, but 2 of the sides are green, which means you can easily reduce it down to a 1/3 chance. So it's 2, 6, 1/3. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the final combination would be, but I'm pretty sure it's just 1/3 times 1/3 times 1/3. Pretty sure. So we have like a 1 in 9 chance of not hitting it or something like that. Or of hitting it. I don't know. See, we got 2 of them. It doesn't matter how the math works. It doesn't matter because we succeeded and we can safely disregard the path by which we got there. This is not math class. We don't have to prove our answer. The rhythm was entrancing. To my surprise, I managed to follow the complicated pattern without missing a step. I finished the dance with a flourish, and the natives erupted into cheers. Clapping me jovially on the shoulder, they gave a gift to show their appreciation. Ooh, a spear. Nice. Apparently, I can equip the spear? Oh, cool. We've actually got equipment this time around. A rather pointy spear. Yeah, equip the spear. Why not? It's a bummer that she doesn't have the spear on her right now that we equipped it on her, but maybe later. The evening's activities complete. We settled in for a quiet evening by the fire before retiring to our bedrolls. Dude, I sleep so well in nature. Like, when I'm out in the middle of, like, nowhere, just, like, in a tent, like, with a campfire, I sleep so good. There is nothing like that sleep right there. That is, like, the perfect sleep. That's like the sleep of angels. I recovered in the village for nearly a week, and we felt comfortable among the welcoming villagers. Yeah, but we've lost standing, so apparently we're wearing out our welcome. We can do as we wish. You might want to rest again to recover sanity. So, in the previous game, the point was to find, there was like a big golden, there was a golden pyramid, as I recall, on the map that you had to locate. We got ready and headed out as new adventures were waiting. One native clasped my hand in respect and wished me farewell. Okay, so like we've still just got to explore the island, huh? Looks like we'll be headed northwards. Yeah, I can do a big travel. It'll be cheaper that way. Like if we've got to get back into the swing of things, we might as well go like rapidly, and we may as well do it with as few stops as possible because it's going to give you a little multiplier. Shorter trips cost more in this game, basically, over the long term, if I remember right. As we ventured deeper into the wilds, Kakusalaj stopped short and pulled me aside. It seemed we were nearing a site of some interest. The old remains of what he described as the Pale Travelers. Probably worth investigating. Okay, so there's an old hunting camp or something over here. Let's go check it out. I mean, there may be recoverable goods that keep us in solid shape. Oh, wow, we've been here for 60-something days. That's a pretty long stay. We approached the abandoned camp, hoping to find supplies and possibly answers. Unfortunately, a group of scavenging hyenas was already there, and we were attacked on sight. There are few animals I find as repulsive as hyenas. It's a bias about myself that I don't know if I've ever admitted on the internet. I strongly dislike hyenas. I just don't like them. I don't like the way they look. I don't like the way they act. Whenever I watch like a nature documentary and there's like lions fighting with them, I cheer for the lions instead of the hyenas. I just don't like them. Frankly, I blame the entire thing on growing up with the Lion King. Oh, so they kept the dice system from the old game. Okay. Oh, it tells you what they do now, though. Back in the old days, you just kind of had to guess. So we've got healing. Okay, all right. Yeah, we'll go with the spear. And then we'll stab one of these guys. There you go. Thrilling attack animations. Did she just punch? Hold up. So did she just put on some green gaiters, walk over with a cigar in her mouth and a bandolier on her shoulder, and punch a hyena in the face? Let's see. Blank dice are added automatically. Add the last die as well. Oh, apparently it wants me to do the healing die, but what if I need it? We've got an inspiring die. Oh, it gives you 200 strength. Yeah, give it to her. Oh, the anthropologist, apparently. This character's attacks are much more powerful. He looks kind of angry for an anthropologist. I don't know. Most of the anthropology people I met were very, very pleasant. Anthropologist punch! It's the punch of anthropology right there. You got to be careful. That's the punch of one person who has entirely inspected way too many monkey skulls, which was my takeaway. I took anthropology as part of my paleontology minor, and you look at a lot of monkey skulls. I'm just letting you know, you're going to know a lot of stuff about monkey skulls by the end. That's just facts. Wow, that was a really, really terrible roll. All right, so I'm going to inspire somebody. She apparently has a tummy ache. We'll go ahead and give her 200 strength, I guess. He's got flank, which makes the enemy vulnerable. Yes, reroll those dice, for I have no attacks. We should definitely use that to heal her. We should absolutely punch a guy in the face. But maybe, actually, maybe. Hold on. Go back. I don't want to do that thing anymore. Go back. Apparently I can't go back. It's too late. I've already clicked and decided what I'm doing. I wanted to make this guy weak before I punched him in the face, but it's okay. Maybe it'll stay there. He's stunned anyways, so I'm pretty sure we don't have to worry about getting hyena walloped. Yeah, there we go. A weak punch for 4 damage. Yeah, sure, why not? There you go. 4 damage. Is he still vulnerable? Yeah, give me some of that right there. Yeah, talk trash about his hyena mom. 7 plus 14 damage. That's what's up. All right, so we've got a hyena pelt. Cool. We've got raw meat, and we've got animal teeth. I will take them all. We took what we could and cautiously approached the old campsite. Perhaps there were valuables that the hyenas hadn't destroyed. I ordered a search of the area, a feeling of dread prickling in the back of my neck. I hoped my trek would avoid the fate of these sorry explorers. I'll take it all. Among the camp stores, I found a tattered field journal. Within were the notes of an unknown adventurer. Reading the account, it seemed he had fallen prey to the arrogance of many explorers and met his death after rejecting warnings from the natives. I did come across an intriguing passage. Enormous structure, architecture unknown, technology far beyond our own, let alone these island savages. What purpose could it hold? He went on to give detailed directions to this strange structure. Fascinating. I simply had to visit. Okay, well, at least we have our heading now. At least we know where we're going. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cross that over there, and then we're just going to kind of head up this direction. Oh, there's a thing over here that I can investigate. Ooh, what is that? Hold up. I think this is a rest spot, if I remember right from the first game. There's a magnificent waterfall. It's awe-inspiring. Nature effortlessly demonstrating her elegance. As one. So we can refill our water, and we can rest. Can I do both? I refilled several skins full of fresh, clean water. We settled down to catch our breath. It's a good place, and I was sure we could get some rest here. At the urging of my comrades, I told a small anecdote of my travels that evening. I was meeting with the leader of a small village in Egypt seeking permission to investigate the local tomb. Things were going well until he offered me a local delicacy. Not wanting to offend, I ate heartily. Unfortunately, it seemed that the plate contained a quantity of shellfish to which I am terribly allergic. The following morning, my guide to the tomb ran screaming when he saw my swollen face, thinking that I was a demon or a ghost come for vengeance. I would have explained, but the locals began to arm themselves when they saw me coming. Sadly, I never did get to manage to see the inside of the tomb. Very nice. Get that sanity back without having to eat all my chocolate. After days of rest, we still enjoyed the sparkling effect of the falling water. The falls were glorious. So I don't know if I'm overweight right now. It looks like we're getting closer to overweight. We do have a lot of whiskey, though, and a silver vase. That'll be cool. So really the goal of this game is to make it to the ending. And then once you've arrived at the ending, you've accumulated all these treasures and like artifacts and all of these relics and whatnot, and it tabulates up the value of those, and you can choose which ones to sell and which ones to turn into prestige. Prestige is ultimately the way that you win the game versus the AI explorers, but like you need money as well to outfit your expeditions, and so it becomes kind of this balancing act of how much do I save versus how much do I give away versus how much do I spend, and that's always what's been kind of engaging about the original Curious Expedition. Let's go this way. We'll just, head on up to, is there something? Oh, that's a line that says where the water is. Okay. We'll see. I could probably cross the water right there, and it'll probably be no biggie. The haunting shape of the structure was like nothing I have ever seen in all of my travels. The purpose was unknowable, but it seemed that it might be some kind of great ancient machine. As we approached, Kekusalaj began to tremble, panic on his face. He frantically warned us that the Palikao gods would not tolerate intrusion into this sacred place. We don't really have a great chance right there. I'm gonna try, though, because I'm a risk taker. I'm a gambler, baby. I'm a gambler. Hey, it said a red would work. The more we talked, the more Kekusalaj was convinced I was a fool. Eventually, he'd had enough. Spitting curses, he fled the site, leaving us to our fate. I approached the platform that seemed to control the machine. A strange dread filled me as I drew closer, but the idea of turning back now was unthinkable. As I lay my hand upon the central crystal, a great creaking and clanking filled the air. The surface grew hot to the touch, and a ghastly purple fog began to pour forth. I fled the place, billowing fog chasing me back to the ship. I still ached with curiosity, but one must survive if one is to make great discoveries. Oh, I'm overburdened. Yeah, we should probably... Yeah, drop all of the water so that we're not overburdened anymore. And frankly, I would focus on running for it. We seem to be outrunning it a little bit. Not like a ton, but we've got like a little bit of a gap. We definitely touched the thing that we should not have touched, though, which is always kind of a shocking predicament. Oh no, we had to turn that corner. There we go. Oh no, dude, one of our characters became an alcoholic from drinking one beer. It's just like my religious school said. You drink one beer, and all of a sudden you're a raging alcoholic. That's all it takes. Just one beer. Did I escape to the ship? We should definitely escape. You should turn that engine on. That smokestack needs to start billowing. The dark fog roiled behind us as we scrambled aboard the ship, the captain hurrying to set her in motion. We sailed away. We watched the fog rapidly swallow the island behind it. I do not know what would have happened if we had stayed behind, but I didn't want to find... Yeah, I feel kind of bad for the natives, dude. Like, they've probably been living here for like 3,000 years. Totally undisturbed. It was just understood. You don't go near the giant crystal spaceship. And then, you know, we show up, touch the giant crystal spaceship after they tell us not to. Whole island gets blown up in purple fart fog. After a time, the fog dissipated, leaving the empty ocean behind us where the island once was. What new strangeness was this? Mei-Lin resumed her duties at the expo, but as her companion, I was asked to continue learning more about the mysterious new islands. Okay. I'll probably go with the big game hunter. A rugged trophy hunter, expert in putting down dangerous beasts and other threats in the wild. Is that a Nitro right there? Dude, I think we have a Nitro Express. That's a rifle right there. That's a rifle right there, my friends. Every single... A nitro, this gun right here? If it is a nitro, it looks like a nitro. I'm pretty sure it is. If that's a Nitro 700, those things are custom hand-tooled. They cost like $30,000 to have one made. If you're lucky, they can be even more expensive than that. Every single bullet that thing fires is handmade and costs almost $100. Wild, dude. Crazy. Maybe it was $50 a bullet. I don't remember. Yeah, I'll confirm the big game hunter. I'm about it. After long days of traveling, I finally arrived in Paris in the under-construction grounds of the Exposition Universelle. Here I was to find fame and fortune among the great explorer clubs of the noble city. Brimming with optimism, I looked out on the fairgrounds. Alright, so there's different hubs and stuff. Alright. I entered the famed L'Horloge Inverée, the glass clock, and surveyed my surroundings. Sorry, I don't speak French. Renowned as a meeting place for would-be explorers, it was a likely place to find eager adventurers to join my trek. Alright, let's find some adventurers then. Who do we have? I gave the word that I was looking for hardy men and women to join my expedition as soon as I had gathered a small set of adventurers to choose between. We've got Sir Vaquer, the donkey. He gives us carrying capacity, so that's pretty cool. What does she do? She's a translator. Oh, okay. Well, I definitely want the donkey. Can I not get anybody else? Oh, okay. I returned to the busy... Well, I wanted to get another donkey. I guess we're just going to go me and my donkey. I suppose that I can't recruit anybody else. I'm going to go for the easy gold pyramid one. Who's going to be my sponsor? The Royal Avalon Society, the Taishi Academy, the Lux Labs. So that's a robot right there. This lady looks like she's got wizard magic and can summon dragons with her burps. And so I'm going to go with her. As it was tradition, I made my way to the bar the night before the expedition was to set sail. When I entered, my attention was instantly attracted to a sailor who was standing at the bar drinking a beer. He looked like he had a couple stories to tell that I needed to hear. I couldn't hold back, got myself an ale, and approached him. He seemed to have just waited for this opportunity. With delight, he told me of his adventures on the far mystery islands that I would soon see myself. After he ended his story, the sailor reached into his duffel bag and handed me a package with the words that it should be useful for my travels. Oh, nice. So we got some free dynamite. My ship arrived, encountering a small supply vessel. I had hoped the Royal Avalon Society would provide me some useful equipment for my expedition. Oh, it's a shotgun. Okay. It looked to me like a nitro. I mean, maybe that was just wishful thinking, as I was hoping it would be a nitro. I should probably get a little bit of that. Probably get a couple shovels. Be a decent idea. A medkit's probably a good plan, just in case. I should probably get some chocolates. My equipment chosen, I considered if there was... Yeah, I was going to say. I didn't see it adding it to my inventory, so I got scared. I think we're solid. Like, I think we can get through a mountain. We can climb some stuff. Like, we'll be all right. You sort of want to accumulate over time is what I remember from the first game. Is, like, you don't want to use all your stuff every expedition. You sort of want to, like, take the long way around if you can. Ancient legends told of a great golden temple on the island that loomed ahead, a massive ancient thing made of pure gold. I was to find this legendary structure, adding the already substantial honor of the Royal Avalon Society. Well, here we are. It looks a little barren. It doesn't look like a crazy awesome place. But you know what? Let's head inland. Apparently, there's a thingy over there. There's also some natives on that side. What is this? Forgotten Temple stood bathed in light before us. The landscape was dotted with jagged boulders like the peaks of mountains ready to erupt from the earth. Inside was a small, empty chamber, long hallway leading to the main altar. My eyes fitted to and fro, searching for traps. Our chances are pretty slim there. Like, there's 24 die faces and only 2 of them are in our favor. Like, that's not a great situation to be in, I'll be honest with you. Maybe I won't get booby-trapped. I considered the main chamber once more. Strange hieroglyphics indicated that taking the treasure here would cause great mountains to burst from the earth. Whatever. The moment we obtained the treasure, the earth rumbled. We hurried outside as the shrine crumbled and huge mountains erupted from the ground. Yup. Those are huge mountains. Uh-oh. Are the natives going to be upset with me because I've turned their home into a mountainous, awful place? Although the natives seemed rattled by our unexpected presence, one elderly woman stepped confidently forward. The others hushed immediately. With a small bow, she greeted us in the name of the council. I reached out my hand to shake, but she simply stared at it uncomprehendingly. I returned the elder's bow and considered what I should of them before continuing on. Let's give them... I will ask about their tribe. Delicately, I inquired about the nature of their traditions and customs. Gesturing grandly, they told me of their mighty God, responsible for both bountiful times and catastrophes. He inspired love and awe in equal measure. It was time to go, and I bid the elder farewell, looking forward to meeting the council in their village. I wasn't really looking forward to meeting anybody, I'll be honest with you. I'm a little bit antisocial. I don't see how that's explicitly necessary. Oh, don't climb that. That's a waste. Oh, no. What is that, animals? Oh, cool, we found a village. Nice. Oh, it's a dilapidated shack. Never mind. I thought it was a village. I encounter a worn, poorly constructed hut in the wilderness. A desperate-looking man peered out at me from his pale, emaciated form, sparking pity. He's dressed kind of like a gaucho. The man entreated me pitifully. He had thought to find riches in this land and was now trapped and desperate. Any help that I could give would be a godsend. I don't know what these mean. Whoa, he's stoked about a shotgun. I'll give you some dynamite, I guess. The poor man thanked me profusely, clearly incredibly grateful. I felt a sense of well-being fill my heart. Oh, I guess it's free. We got free sanity back. It's not what I'm going for, but... I think we should kill this animal right here. In the distance, we see a snowy white beast posed magnificently. Need all my skills as a hunter to bring down the elusive creature. Yeah, dude, do it. Oh my god. I am the least lucky person on Earth. Like, I am legitimately awful. Oh my goodness gracious. How did I fail that terribly? I feel bad about myself right now. We are going to need to rest, so I think being in the village is going to be our best call for right now. We should probably get some standing. Entering the village, I watched with interest as the natives conducted some kind of ceremony allowing a larger idol. They offered their help. Let's see what he's got over here. So they're not super interested in, like, golden llamas. Apparently they like throwing axes, though. Huh. Okay. I mean, that'll give me the 2 standing that I need to rest here. A cry in the night disturbed me as I was drifting off to sleep. Aghast, I saw a strong man sink to his knees in the village center, tears streaming down his face. It seemed one of the village elders had died. Wails of mourning rang out as the villagers began to perform an elaborate ritual that continued into the night. It's not my fault. I want to make that clear. I didn't kill the elder. It wasn't me. I'm employing the shaggy defense. It wasn't me. I swear I didn't kill your elder. It wasn't me. I was just sleeping in the hut there. When the morning came, the funeral rites were complete and a new village elder was appointed. Life returned to normal in the village. The next day, I caught a glimpse of a villager in the distance. I got ready and headed out and wondered when I could see humans again. The villagers were relieved I was leaving. Alright, so we gotta, like, go around now. I'm going to load up on some chocolate. And we're just going to get moving out here, partner. We're going to get moving out here, chief. Ooh, there's an angry critter. Should I fight it? I think I should fight the angry critter, man. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to fight the angry critter. We haven't done, like, nearly enough combat. Look, it's one angry critter. That's all that it is. And I've got, like, mules, bro. And a shotgun. Definitely kick him in the face. There you go. We will also re-roll all these trash dice over here. Apparently, I can give you a cracking wallop there. My wallop is cracking, sir. All right, and then we'll end the round. We got another mule kick, which is nice. I don't know if it's going to be enough to actually finish off the enemy, but I'd like to try. I would have loved to have gained the benefit of my shotgun at some point. As much as fist-fighting hyenas is fun, I would have very much preferred to shoot him with a shotgun. I'm not the kind of guy to fight wild animals with my bare hands. Some people are. I'm not. This has got to be it over here. Oh, it's an oasis. Okay, well, let's go to the oasis then. I mean, we're kind of lost in the sands of time. Sort of is what it is, but hopefully it's not a mirage. Everyone rejoiced at the sight of water, a shining beacon of hope surrounded by nothing but an endless ocean of sand. Yeah, let's refill some water, and then we'll rest for a little bit. I'm out of sanity anyways. Exhausted, I neglected that night to properly secure my baggage, and as I turned my back, a small monkey crept into the camp and scampered off. He's gonna steal my shotgun, huh? I tried my best, but he ran off. He stole our meat, our shovel, and our water. Could be worse. I'll be honest with you. I was just kind of hoping he would not steal the shotgun. The last thing we need is armed monkeys. We gotta keep resting. Like, we got no choice. Aw, dude, I'm out of time. I just noticed the clock. My name is Splattercat. This is Curious Expedition 2. I got sucked in. This episode went way longer than I expected. I will see you all next time. Thank you for being here. Everything seems to actually, it seems to be like just an improvement over the first game, in all honesty. They've made the graphics a little bit less pixely and a little bit more, like, drawn out. And they've given you a little bit more exposition and text on in between everything, but it seems to basically still be the first game. We haven't seen it diverge in too many ways from the original ideas that were posed, so we'll have to get a little bit further in to find that out. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it. It helps me out as a content creator. Aside from that, you can also check out the Discord and the Twitch stream down below and all the links. I will see you all tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet. Bye, everybody.